Hi class. So, discuss naman natin yung algae and protozoans. Okay. So, before, like long time ago, during evolution, we have this cyanobacteria, and that cyanobacteria, kinain siya ng another heterotrophic organism, and eventually, that organism or that cells um, become photosynthetic. Okay, so it means that cyanobacteria or naging siyang slave. Okay, so uso na yung slavery before. Why slave? Because since it's photosynthetic, therefore that heterotrophic organism na kumain ng cyanobacteria, ang ginawa niya ngayon ay pinagtrabaho niya si cyanobacteria or yung tiny green slaves niya at naging siyang chloroplast or yung plastids. Okay? So during endosymbiosis, uh, plastids usually they lost their independence and yung mga genetic material ng plastids ay napunta kay nucleus. Okay, same with mitochondria. Like before, si mitochondria isa siyang independent organism na kinain ng heterotrophic cell, and later on yung genetic material niya, yung iba nawala na or napunta na sa nucleus yung control. So the same, um, chloroplast or yung plastids, they have genetic material and they are capable of division. Okay, but however, uh, however, though capable sila ng mag-divide, um, yung nucleus pala rin yung may control sa chloroplast. Okay, and yeah, marami tayong uh, different kind of chloroplasts. We have chlorophyta, of course, color green, and then from ganito yung plastid sa chlorophyta, and of course, or yung chloroplast ng chlorophyta. Then are ito naman yung plastid ng rhodophyta or red algae. Ito yung sa euglena, ganito yung plastid niya, and so on. So mapapansin nyo, itong glaucophyta, as you can see, yung meron siyang thylakoid. So if you remember, yung thylakoid, present din siya sa cyanobacteria. And aside from the thylakoid, meron siyang a peptidoglycan layer, this one. Okay? So it means yung glaucophyta, um, ancestor siya ng algae. So ito yung mga pinaka-primitive uh, algae, yung glaucophyta. Okay? So para siyang link between cyanobacteria and algae. Okay? Pero yung glaucophyta ay isa pa rin siyang algae. Okay? And then, of course, you have rhodophyta, chlorophyta, and then makikita nyo yung kanilang thylakoid or yung important structure nila for photosynthesis. Then eventually, some algae like apicomplexa, some plastids, ito yung sa apicomplexa, umonti na yung thylakoid niya. It means na ah, halos wala na 'tong capacity to uh, undergo photosynthesis. So it means usually like mga apicomplex mga parasitic nitong ah, mga protozoa na 'to. Okay? So, uh, mm, aside from um, thylakoid, meron ding carboxysome, this one. So this carboxysome, common din to sa cyanobacteria. So carboxysomes are actually bacterial microcompartments and meron tong enzyme na rubisco. So familiar kayo sa rubisco? Ito yung important enzyme for carbon fixation and the rate limiting enzyme yun ng Calvin cycle. Okay? So yung mga plants meron din silang rubisco. Okay? Um, and then the rest, instead of carboxysome, meron silang pyrenoid. So itong mga pyrenoid na to, same sila ng function for rubisco to for carbon fixation. Okay? And then this one, apicomplex, as you can see, wala siyang carboxysome or pyrenoid. So it means na nawala na yung ability ng mga apicomplexa to para mag photosynthesis. Okay. And ayan, ano pa bang mga kailangan niyong malaman dito? So, yung iba, mga storage for starch. So, itong chlorophyta, merong storage for starch, and yung iba may storage for lipid, and etc. Okay? So, so ito example, glaucophyta, so algae to, and mukha siyang Gleocapsa. Kung natatandaan nyo, Gleocapsa is cyanobacteria. Meron din siyang itong mucilage sheet. Okay? So, ito yung huwag niyong kakalimutan yung Gleophyta. Meron pa rin siyang present ng peptidoglycan, onting peptidoglycan. Okay? And of course, ito ay chlorophyta. So, chlorophyta or green algae. So, example, we have bulbox. Medyo cute tong bulbox. So, colonial to. Maraming, ito ay yung sphere and of course, spherical colonies. Ito yung isang volvox. Okay? So, flagellated siya. Okay? And of course, there's chloroplast and nucleus. Yung interesting thing about volvox, so ito yung mother, and then inside yung daughter volvox. Sometimes sa daughter volvox, meron pa ulit volvox sa loob. So, yeah, buong pamilya sila. Okay. So, chlorophyta, so therefore, meron silang chloroplast and important sila kasi sila yung nag-undergo ng photosynthesis. So, yeah, food sila ng ibang organism. So, kabilang sila sa primary productivity. Okay. And then another important algae, we have diatoms, golden brown algae to, and ito yung algae na nakatira sa glass. So, algae that lives in houses made of glass. And so yung glass, itong cover nila is made up of silica. Um, so among phytoplankton, ito yung pinaka-dominant, and tandaan nyo yung um, itong mga diatoms, hindi lang sila sa dagat nakikita, pwede rin yung makita to sa soil. Okay. And another thing about uh, diatoms, itong kanilang parang box. So, itong para siyang box, so merong cover, tsaka yung itong ang bottom. So, itong upper part, ang tawag nyo dito sa upper part is epitheca, and then itong lower part yung hypotheca. So, laging para sila nakakahon. Okay? And then, of course, yung content ng cell nasa loob, of course, yung mitochondria, chloroplast, and etc. So, pag naririnig niyo yung phytoplankton, usually, ano yun, diatoms yun. Pero, of course, maraming klase ng phytoplankton. Meron ding green algae, blue-green algae, and dinoflagellates. Mga phytoplankton din yun. And another thing, ito ay dinoflagellates. Phytoplankton din siya, but color red. So, kaya tinatawag nating red type. We have goniolax. And yung thing about here ay yung goniolax ay nagproproduce to ng toxin. Okay? And tinatawag na sassitoxin. And yung sassitoxin ay lipid-soluble toxin yun, hemolytic and neurotoxic. Okay? So, pag malaki yung algal bloom or may red tide, usually pinagbabawal yung pagkain ng seafood or kasi baka ma-red tide tayo. So, usually, dumidikit siya dun sa gills ng fish at napupunta sa digestive tract ng mga isda, okay, at iba pang shellfish. Okay. Next, we have here amoeba. Okay. So, phylum Sarcomasigopora. I think familiar na kayo sa amoeba. Alam ko may parasitology naman kayong class. So, of course, itong nucleus, contractile vacuole, food vacuole, pseudopodia, i-discuss nyo na to sa iba nyo pang class. So, para malang ma-introduce. So, amoeba, okay? And here we have ito under phylum Sarcomastigopora, Giardia. So, yung Giardia, nagkakos siya ng gastrointestinal disorder or called Giardiasis. Okay? So, pag nakainom kayo or ng contaminated drink or food na merong Giardia, so pwede kayo magkaroon ng diarrhea, weight loss, and vomiting. Okay. So, another one, Masigopora pa rin. We have Trypanosoma. So, familiar kayo with sleeping sickness, African sleeping sickness, or African trypanosomiasis, or yeah. So yung cause nun, itong trypanosoma, and ang carrier niya itong tsetse. So pag nag-suck ng blood, yung tsetse dito sa skin, of course pupunta yun sa bloodstream. And this is, ito yung itsura ng trypanosoma. Okay. Isa pang kamag-anak ng trypanosoma. So, ito, leishmania. So, itong leishmania, ito naman yung carrier niya, sandfly. And phylum, protozoa, Sarcomastigopora, Zoomastigopora in class. So, almost same, like sa skin, contact sa skin, then of course, ang bloodstream, and usually itong leishmania, tumitira sa skin. Okay? So, ganito yung itsura ng mga may leishmania, leishmaniasis. Okay? And another thing, we have Trichomonas. So, phylum Metamonada. So, ang kinakos niya ay trichomoniasis. Of course, STD to. So, ang nangyayari ay nag-transfer siya through sexual intercourse. And then, usually affected female, pwede ring asymptomatic, meron ng trichomonas pero hindi naman nakikita yung effect or yung symptoms. So, usually, pag may trichomonas at infected, merong mga discharge na parang, anong tawag dito? Parang pus. Okay? So, may parang color white to yellow discharge, and masakit yung genital area. Okay. Here, medyo familiar kayo dito. Ito ay apicomplexa. Kung nare-remember nyo, yung apicomplexa, may plastid din siya, pero hindi na functional. Okay? So, sabi dito, so anong kinalaman niya sa red algae? So, that daw may ancestral primary cell na kumain ng cyanobacteria at naging algae. And then, may isang red algae. And then, merong secondary ancestral cell na kumain ng red algae. And later on, this red algae nag-disappear yung nucleus at naging relic na lang of red algae. That's why meron pa rin siyang plastid itong protozoa na to. Okay, so ano bang mga kailangan niyang malaman? So alam niyo na nagko-cause ng malaria itong Plasmodium. Okay? So take note also na hindi lang tao yung nagkakaroon ng malaria or na-infect ng Plasmodium. So pwede ding reptiles, birds, tsaka other mammals yung pwedeng mag-cause ng Plasmodium. Ay, ng malaria, sorry. So, and here, we have another apicomplexa, kamag-anak ng malaria. Nagkakos din ng infection dito sa blood. So, sa blood din tumitira. ito ay Babesia. Okay, so Babesia. So, instead of malaria, ang tawag naman natin sa disease na kinakos ng Babesia, we have yung Lyme disease. So, yung Lyme disease, ang carrier niya itong tick. Okay, itong ticks. And of course, yung last, ciliates to. So, ito lang yung only ciliates, protozoa na nagkakos ng gastrointestinal infection sa human. So, ito ay Balatidium coli. So, Ciliopora. Yeah.